What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with some hot topics, you guys. So this is going to be the hot topics for the week of December the 12th through December the 17th. Wow, you guys, can you guys literally believe that next week is Christmas? Like, 2021 has really flown by. It's gone by very fast. And next week is Christmas, and then the week after that, we are going into a brand new year, 2022. So, like I said, these are the week's hottest topics for the week of December 12th through December 17th. So with that out the way, you guys, without further ado, actually, before we get into this hot topics, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, then I need you guys to stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Do me a solid favor. Like this video, you guys. Please like the video so YouTube can recommend me to other people. Like it. Like it, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and then share the video, you guys. And with that out the way, let us go ahead and discuss what is hot and what is trending this week, shall we? All right, you guys. So the first thing that I want to talk about is going to be the tornadoes that have touched down in like Kansas City, Kansas, and the Midwest, right? We're going to talk about that. I want to, if anybody watches me that are, in the areas that have been affected by the tornadoes, I express so much empathy to you guys. I hope that you guys are safe. I hope that you guys are well. I hope that your families are safe and well, right? It's just really interesting these last few years, right? With the changes in the weather. People don't believe in global warming, but the recent events that have happened over the last few years, you should take heed to it, right? I mean, look at what happened here in Texas in February. We rarely ever, it's a rare occasion for us to get snow, right? And we got snow in February, and it shut everything down, right? It literally turned our worlds upside down here, right? Even after the snow melted, we still had effect, we were still affected after it, right? Especially my apartment, even my apartment had no water for a whole freaking week. So, and even like right now today here in Texas, we're in December, right? Now, normally it doesn't get like super duper cold here, but it usually is cold, but today it is hot. It's hot outside. I just went outside and came back in, I was sweating. So yes, you guys, global warming is a real thing. And then also, like what happened in Dallas, what was that, 2018, when we had that that gush of rain that came through with the winds I think it was downtown Dallas, when it knocked down some construction stuff and it fell into an apartment complex, and it killed a young lady, right? I mean, like I said, you guys, people say global warming is a myth, but a tornado hitting in December, the months were supposed to be cold, but it's actually hot, and you have a tornado. I mean, yeah, if that doesn't tell you about global warming, then I don't know what does. But yeah, once again, I want to say, to anybody who was affected by the tornadoes, I hope that you guys are well. I hope that your friends, your families, your loved ones, that everyone is safe and sound. But with that out the way, we're going to move forward, you guys. All right, you guys, so the next story that I want to talk about, this is an interesting one. I've been hearing this name for quite some time, and I had no idea who this person was, right? Hitman Holla. Been hearing that name for a minute. Heard that name a few months ago when his girlfriend Cinnamon was at their home, and their home was broken into. She was in the closet, and she when the people came to the closet, she shot at them, and they shot her. They shot her, right? I was like, who is Hitman Holla? Like, I never heard of the guy, right? Because I don't watch Wild 'N Out I haven't watched Wild 'N Out in years, so I didn't know who he was. I didn't really find out who Hitman Holla was until be honest with you guys, I didn't know the man's name until Wednesday when he was trending on social media. I'm like, who is Hitman Holla and why is he trending? Then when I saw his picture, I'm like, oh, that is Romello from Games People Play. That's where I know him from. Games People Play. But I'm like, I never knew his name was Hitman Holla. I'm like, so that's who he is. Then I was like, why is he? So I went to my explore. I went to look up, who he was, right? Because I saw the video and I was like, who is this? Because I mean, all you could see was down below. You could see his member and his, his girlfriend's, hoo-ha, right? And I was like, oh wow. I was like, oh, okay. She was she was giving him a hand job, sucking him off. I was like, oh, and he was, had his face down there. I was like, oh, and then we saw him having sex. I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. I was like, who posted this? So he came out to say that, anything he posted, he posted it. She knew what he was posting. And then he said he posted it to his close friends. I'm like, so you can post that kind of stuff on your close friends on Instagram and they don't remove you? I'm like, oh, wow, that is interesting. I mean, I wouldn't do it because I don't even have any close friends on Instagram. But I'm like, so then I started thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, though. So you mean to tell me you posted that for your close friends to see and then someone screen recorded it and posted it? Why would you want your friends to see that, though, is the next question that I have. Why would you want your friends to see you and your girl having sex? I mean, it's one thing if you guys were porn stars, but you're not. And it would be one thing if you guys had an OnlyFans or any other platform, right? But you don't. So you didn't profit from that. The situation is just interesting to me. It's just like, well, okay, I mean, if that's what y'all want to do, I ain't judging. I just thought it was a little interesting, right? You posted it to your close friends. I mean, with my best friends, I don't want to picture. I don't want to picture them having sex. I don't want to see them having sex. I just don't want to. I'm good on it. What y'all do in y'all's bedroom, y'all do that, but keep me out of it, right? I don't want to see it. I don't want to be involved with it. But hey, he says he posted it to his close friends. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys believe that situation, that he actually posted this to his close friends? Because I mean, it was just actually, what? Well, here's the thing, though, right? So the videos, right, the clips, they were from his Instagram page. I did notice that, right? I did notice that, up towards the top, it did have Hitman Holla, and you did see as it's going down the stories, right? But I'm just still thinking to myself, like, damn, you trusted your friends enough, and then one of your but you posted to your close friends, right? Now, I don't know anything about close friends because I don't have any on Instagram. But how many can you have? Is it like with Facebook? Is it like with not Facebook, but like what was that other platform that we had back in the day? MySpace. With like MySpace back in the day, you had your top 5, top 4, top whatever. Does it work that way? Can you determine can you specify how many close friends you have, right? Or do they give you a limit of how many close friends you have, right? But even if that's the story, right? Then with your close friends, I mean, you can basically pinpoint which one of your close friends did it, because it wouldn't be that hard to find, especially if you have a limited number of close friends. That would be an easy thing to find. And if it were me, but still, I wouldn't post it to my close friends. I wouldn't post nothing like that on social media. If I were to post something like that, I would post it to maybe Snapchat, where at least the shit deletes. Or I know that on Instagram you can do the vanishing thing, right? But that's in the DMs, right? That's in your DMs where you can do the vanishing thing. It is what it is. The video is out there now. I would just be pissed. But let me know what you guys think, and we're gonna move on forward, you guys. Alright, you guys. So next up, let's send out a bit of congratulations. We got 2 women to congratulate this week. So the first congratulations are in order to Megan Thee Stallion. Her mama named her Megan Pete, right? So we saw over the weekend as Megan Thee Stallion graduated from TSU down there in Houston. So we're gonna give a round of applause to our girl Megan. Congratulations to Megan. Now, that congratulations was very short-lived, and we'll talk about that in just a minute, but that congratulations was short-lived, but we're going to definitely congratulate her, right? So, I did not get what her degree is, and I think it's in public health. I can't remember, right? And I know that I did see, before I came on camera this morning, I did see that, with her graduating, that made an uptick in people wanting to go to college. That is a good look, right? That is a good look. I'm so proud of Megan. So she also said that, with this, she wants to open some assisted living facilities, right? Now, I don't know if we're going to be opening the assisted living facilities down there in Houston or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if I'm pretty positive that could be where it is, right? And also with that, she wants to hire recent graduates, which is a good look as well, because unless you're a nurse or something like a nurse, or let me think of some other professions where you can go straight from college into your field. I know nursing is one. You can't even go even when it comes to being a lawyer. Well, I know sometimes with nurses, they sometimes have a difficult time getting a job right out of college. And it's an interesting thing to me. We go to school for these degrees, and while we're in school, we're getting the knowledge, right? We can do internships, but an internship could be only for a semester, right? So you don't necessarily have years of experience. And then when you go applying for these jobs, they want you to have so many years. You got to have X amount of years in this field, X amount of years at that, X amount of years doing this, X amount of years doing that. And it was, for me, when I graduated college, it was the most frustrating shit in the world. Seeing that you have to have a degree in business, right? Oh, but on top of that, you got to have 4 years experience in this, 3 years in this, or 2 years in that, or 5 years of this. It's like, I just graduated college. I've been in school for the last 4 years. The only experience that I have is from my textbooks. I can regurgitate to you the shit that was in my textbooks. I've done internships, but I haven't had years of experience. And at the time, I'm 20 something years old. Where do you think I'm gonna get 5 years of experience from when I've been working, part-time or full-time jobs that have nothing to do with my career field? Where am I gonna get this experience from? So I do love the fact that she's doing that. Love it, love it, love it. And then it's always interesting to me when it comes to jobs, they ask you for all this experience, but then when you get hired, they're still going to train you on the stuff that you need to know. It's like, so what's the purpose of y'all asking for all of this stuff, right? And some of the shit that y'all ask for, it ain't all gonna be used or utilized. But yeah, it is what it is, right? Congratulations to Megan for graduating college, and congratulations to her for knowing what she wants to do. The music thing ain't gonna last forever, and we gotta build up other streams of income. So congratulations to Megan. Also, another congratulations are in order for Kim Kardashian. Now, I'm not the biggest Kardashian fan. Actually, I don't even keep up with the Kardashians. I've never been a fan of the Kardashians. I never watched the show. It just wasn't for me. So I don't really know too much about the Kardashians like everyone else does. But I do know that Kim, she's taken the bar exam, right? She's taken it 3 different times, and she's failed each time that she took it, right? The one thing I will say about Kim is she has drive, hustle, and tenacity. Because after the 3rd time, I would have been like, you know what? After the 3rd time, I probably would have just said, you know what? Fuck it, man. you know, they say third time's a charm, but this third time I failed it again. Now, I do know that I've heard people say that the California bar is one of the hardest bars to pass, right? And she took the baby bar, which I'm like, what is the difference? Actually, you know, I have a cousin, he's, you know, God rest his soul, he's not with us anymore. He took the bar exam, right? I don't know if my cousin passed on the first try. I don't think he did. I don't believe my cousin passed on the first try. I think it was the second time that he took it that he passed it. Oh God, I think it was the second time. I actually know, well, I can tell you for sure, I know when he passed it just before he passed away. He passed the bar exam before he passed away. I do know that part because he never got to practice law because he had literally just passed it. He passed it. I can't tell you guys how long ago before he passed away that he passed the exam, but he passed the exam, and like I said, he never got to practice law. Actually, I can look at his Facebook page because we still have his Facebook page is still active. I can go look at his Facebook, but he was in California, so I do know that bar exam is not an easy one to pass. But congratulations to Kim. You know, we know she's gonna do some good because she's already done some good things. You know, for people who were, you know, I mean, like, was it Centoya Brown that she helped her out with? So Kim is gonna do good, right? Like I said, for me, after 3 attempts and I failed it on both three different attempts, I would have given up, right? I would have said, fuck it. Would have said, fuck it. It ain't for me. I can't pass it. Can't pass it. Can't pass it. But yeah, congratulations to both Kim and to Megan, you guys. And with that, we're going to go ahead and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So remember, I just told you I gave congratulations to Megan Thee Stallion, right? And I told you guys that shit would be short-lived, right? Well, it's short-lived, right? Because like I said, over the weekend we celebrated her getting her degree, but then this week we move on and we get back to this case between she and, you know, this case that's against Tory Lanez for what happened. That was 2020, right? That was 2020 when that happened. You know, the shoot. I will say that the story is hella interesting, right? The story is interesting when you actually listen to it. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe, but I still have the same stance that I had when I talked about it the last time, right? I still have the same stance. I'm still on Megan's side. I don't see it for Tory or Kelsey, who, it's just, the story is just so interesting, right? And we all know the story, so I'm not gonna regurgitate it again, right? But the case is starting, right? And now see, this is the one thing that I did not know. There was a witness that saw this happen. So what we're finding out now is, allegedly, before Tory shot at Megan, right, he told her, dance, bitch, and then proceeded to shoot. I was like, whoa. Didn't expect to hear that one, right? That was an interesting when I heard that part, dance, bitch. I was like, okay, wow. Then we're also hearing stories that, which I figured at the time, that Megan and Tory may have had a relationship with each other. And I was just trying to figure out, where did things go wrong? Well, allegedly, Tory and Kelsey had a relationship with each other, and Megan and Kelsey were arguing with one another, right, about the situation. But see, here's the thing. Oh, that was when the cops came, right? When she was backing up and she stepped on the glass. Is that, like I said, and then this story is just interesting. I guess at this point we're just gonna have to play it out, you know, just let it all play out in court, because, you know, Kelsey hasn't said anything. She says she'll have her day in court. Megan is talking about the blogs, you know, just putting shit out there. I honestly, God, you guys, I don't know really and truly what to believe. when it comes to this. Again, I do stand with Megan, right? I'm not going to sit here and say the stuff that Megan was saying were lies, because that's not who I am. I believe a victim. That's my stance, and I'm going to keep that. I believe her. But just listening to the things that are being said in court, it just makes you sit and ponder just a little bit, right? But once again, like I said, I'm still standing with my girl Megan, standing with her. But yeah, that was my thing. Like, is it what the biggest question I have was this a love triangle that just kind of went, you know, started to kind of come apart? You know, you got the triangle like this, right? Was the triangle starting to do this? Like, that's the question. Was the triangle starting to split apart? So, you know, like I said, we'll follow the case and we'll see what more comes out. But at this point, once again, what did he say? He's sticking with Meg. And let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is some cheating rumors. So the first one that I want to talk about is NeNe Leakes, right? So we all know that NeNe is a widow at this point, right? And you know, Greg has, you know, is deceased, and NeNe is starting to move on with her life, right? I do know that a few weeks or maybe a month or so ago, NeNe was talking about the fact that, you know, there were men that were in her DMs, right? But she said at that time, she was still, you know, dealing with the loss of Greg, understandable, right? And you know, she appreciated, but she's still grieving the loss of her husband. And I remember seeing in the comment section where people were like, "Why is she putting this out there to us? Why are you guys upset about it? Like, it's not that big of a deal." The woman is saying, "Hey," and she was actually on her Instagram stories where she said, or either live, one of the two. It's just saying, you know, instead of her going one by one, saying to each man that's in her DMs, "I'm not ready, I'm 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 not ready." She just made a whole live and said, "I'm not ready." So that way, anybody who was in her DMs, they got the message loud and clear that she is still grieving the loss of her husband. So now we move forward and we see her with this new guy. And, you know, people are speculating that they are a couple. You know, we saw them at her birthday party where, you know, she was celebrating her birthday. And Beyonce gave her a shout out this week for her birthday. B, come on. I love you. You want to give your boy a shout out on his birthday? It's July 16th. You know, just give me girl, you can just make a small post about me. I'll be happy. I'm just joking, you guys. But so yeah, NeNe's birthday was this week. Brent threw her party down there at the Lanithia Lounge, right? We saw Portia and Simon there. We saw, well, the picture that I saw, it was Portia and Simon. It was Gerald and Shamia, and it was NeNe and this new guy, right? Now, y'all know I gave Portia the blues about this relationship with Simon, right? Because of the optics of the relationship with Simon. So I gotta give NeNe the same thing, right? Because allegedly, now this has not been proven to be a factual. None of this stuff has been proven to be factual, right? Nothing there. You know, people have not. She has not come out and said that she's in a relationship with this man, right? There are rumors that this man is allegedly married, right? But we don't know that. We don't know that for. I don't know that for a fact, right? I don't know that for a fact. But if these rumors are in fact true, gotta side eye my girl NeNe, right? The fact that I'm not side eyeing her because, you know, people are like, it's too soon for her to move on. One can't put we can't put a time limit on how long a person grieves, right? You can't put a time limit on that. You can't put a time limit on when someone moves on with their lives, right? Yes, Greg is gone. And at some point, NeNe will have to move on with her life. And I also do know that NeNe is selling her home out there in Atlanta. So, I mean, maybe NeNe, if this is true, you know, maybe she is just, you know, I mean, come on, you guys. You got to put yourself out there, right? Especially when it comes to grief. Grief is, it's a bitch. Let me tell you that. It's a bitch, especially when you lose someone that you were super close to and that you loved with everything, right? Now, I don't have a spouse, but like I said, my mother, she's passed away. I know what that void and that emptiness feels like. So if NeNe has moved on, I'm not going to sit here and fault her, blame, say, oh my God, it's too soon. I'm not going to do any of that stuff, right? Because I understand what it's like to lose someone, and I know what that emptiness and that void feels like, right? So I'm not going to sit here and say anything about that. The only issue that the only little issue that I have is the fact that allegedly this man is married. That's the only issue. Like, you couldn't wait until the man gets a divorce. That's the only thing that's the only thing. And that is the only thing. The only thing. But yeah, that one. Then the next one that we're going to talk about is this alleged rumor that Swizz Beatz and Lala Anthony had been having an affair, right, with each other, right? I was like, where in the hell did this come from? Like, Lala. I'm hoping that this is not true, because that is not gonna be a good look, right? Not gonna be a good look for her or for him, because people still won't let him. People still, to this day, some people don't let him live it down. His relationship with Mashonda and his relationship with Alicia Keys, right? Because y'all love to say the joke that Alicia Keys lost her voice because she stole that woman's man. I can never get over that one. When I hear people say that she lost her voice because she stole that woman's man, I crack up. I crack up every time, right? But Alicia Keys' voice has not been the same since then. It hasn't. Yeah, and as much as I was a huge fan of Alicia Keys in the early 2000s, but over the years, that fandom the fandom for her has just kind of gone downhill. Actually, the last song that the one song that Alicia Keys made that I was just like, oh my God, I hate this song. This Girl Is on Fire. I was like, this song is so fucking annoying. I'm like, I want them to douse that bitch with some water and put that bitch out, right? Because This Girl Is on Fire. I'm like, that song, because here in my hometown, on a local radio station, they played that song relentlessly, and it was just like, oh my God. Every time I got in the car, I'm like, damn. I turn the radio on, I'm like, that motherfucking song is on again? Like, do they play anything else besides this shit? But hey. And then we all know the situation between Lala and Carmelo. Whew. I'm just gonna hope and pray that that situation is not true. Not true at all. All right, you guys. So we're gonna pause here and we're gonna move on with the last thing that I want to talk about, you guys. All right, you guys, so the last thing that I want to talk about this week is going to be Tristan Thompson. So I did not discuss Tristan. I really was going to do a hot topics last week, but at the last minute, I was like, I don't even feel like doing no damn hot topics, right? But some shit came out about Tristan this week as well. I don't know if this is allegedly or not, right? He ain't done a DNA test, so we don't know for a fact that new baby that this girl is alleging is his is in fact his, but allegedly he is once again a father. And once again, if this is true, then that means he cheated on Khloe Kardashian for the umpteenth time. And it's just like, girl, you love wearing that clown suit, huh? Right? You obviously enjoy that clown suit that man has you wearing, because after the first time I would have left him, right? But like the age-old saying goes, the way you get him is the way that you lose him. And looks like she might be losing him the same way that she got him, because we know that he was with his ex-girlfriend at the time, who was pregnant with their son. He got with Khloe. Khloe got pregnant. Then he then cheated on Khloe when she was almost due with their daughter. Then you guys remember the situation with Jordan Woods, and they completely ostracized that girl. Like, I even know someone that I used to work with, right? Because I was working, where was I? Okay, when that situation happened, someone that I was working with, they called the girl a hoe, right? And I'm like, how do you know she's a hoe? Well, because she fucked Tristan. Okay, that makes her a hoe. Because she fucked one guy, that makes her a hoe. But we don't talk about the Kardashians and all the men that they done been with over the years. But y'all don't call them hoes. Y'all call them, y'all look up to them. But okay, I mean, I guess, I don't look at it, I don't look at any of them as hoes, but I'm just like, okay, y'all gonna judge this girl, but y'all don't judge them in the same respect. Because I mean, let's keep it real. The track record that Khloe has, right? I mean, she allegedly wasn't French Montana with Trina at the time when him and her got together? Allegedly. Right, exactly. So, exactly. And, you know, Kim, like, let's just keep it real. Let's just be real. They all have sort of histories, right? They all have checkered past. Because wasn't Tyga with Black China before he got with, wasn't him and China still together or working on something when he got with Kylie? Exactly. So if we're going to call one a hoe, we got to call them all a hoe. Because they all have done just about the same thing, right? I mean, hell, let's talk about the fact that Larsa Pippen, wasn't she supposed to, at one point, supposedly dating Tristan, but then, now I don't know how this story is. Was she dating Tristan before Khloe, or was Khloe dating him and Larsa supposedly got with him? Exactly. So if, like I said, if we're gonna call one a hoe, let's call everybody hoes. Let's not just call one person a hoe, one person. Let's call them all. Let's call them, if we're gonna hold one person accountable and call them a hoe, let's call everybody a hoe in the situation, right? So, Tristan, those text messages that the girl put out about you, those were disgusting text messages. You talking about you about to retire, that if she, goes for child support, she ain't gonna get nothing from it. I'm like, damn, you ain't gonna be in a child's life. I'm like, Khloe, this is what you choose to sleep with and be with, and this is what you chose. Ain't shit motherfucker, right? Ain't shit at all. And then this week it came out that it was Black Jesus something, Black Jesus 30 or Black Jesus, I know it was Black Jesus, that he was talking to this girl on Snapchat, making rendezvous for them. I'm like, oh my God. You know what, if Khloe stays with him after all of this shit, even if let's just say, for the sake of saying that the child wasn't his, which I believe the child is his, right? But let's just say, for the sake of saying that the child isn't his, but you still went off and had sex with this woman, knowing that you were in this relationship with Khloe. Khloe, how much longer are you going to continue to wear that damn clown suit is my question. That clown suit at this point has got to be old, it's got to be stank, and it's got to be musty, and it's got to be ill-fitted, right? So I would believe that you would be tired of wearing that clown suit, and I would believe that you'd be like, you know what, let me take off this hair, this nose, and this suit, and let me throw it in the trash and get rid of it. And you can be in your daughter's life. I'm not gonna say that you can't be in your daughter's life, but as far as me and you go, this relationship is kaput. This relationship is kaput. But who am I to it's her life, right? It's her life. She's gonna do what she wanna do, but I think you should want better for yourself, and I think you should want a better representation of what a healthy, happy relationship is for your daughter. And I think you should want your daughter to know, I think you should want her to know to value herself in higher esteem, in higher regards. But also, with me saying that, I also do believe that Khloe does have a lack of self-esteem. I do think that part. I do think she has a lack of self-esteem. So maybe one day she'll eventually get tired of the bullshit. Maybe not. Who knows? Only time will tell, right? But that's pretty much all that I got to talk about this week. If I think about anything else, I'll probably do a trending topics video. Haven't done one of those in a while. But with that's done, that's it, you guys. That is it. We do this every week. We try to do this every single week, you guys. Same time, same channel. That's the one thing that is a definite, the same channel. Same time, same channel, same place. And I will catch you guys in the next one. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will see you guys later on for the season finale of Life After Lockup. And also, I will see you guys again for Ready to Love. So until then, you guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands. Wear a mask, you guys. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.